How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Want to start off talking today about labels. And there's my noisy dog. Stop. Quiet. This is Coco. She's going to interrupt my life by going crazy and barking. Stop it. Okay. Don't you love lives? So my point here today is labels. Who likes labels, right? So give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. I can't see you. You literally don't have to add it here. Just think about, do you like labels? Labels that you can put on yourself, labels that others can put on you. What do you think about them? So here's some examples of labels. Intelligent, hardworking, smart, good-looking, world-class athlete, valedictorian, president of their class, trustworthy, honest, dependable. These are all labels. Want to go over a couple quotes. Theodore Vail has a quote. It is, real difficulties can be overcome. It's the unimaginable difficulties that are unconquerable, right? So what difficulties that are you imagining that you're putting in your head that become impossible for you to conquer? Another quote is through Oprah Winfrey. Martez, how are you doing? So Oprah Winfrey has a quote, and she says that what we dwell on is who we become. What are you dwelling on? There's a old African proverb that says that if there's no enemy within us, then no one outside can do us any harm. The whole point of all this is, again, I've hit on it obviously before. I'll continue to hit on it several more times. The power of your mind. So I want to talk a little bit about my own personal experience with my mind and what I've been able to do. What's up, Ron? How you doing? So I'm going to go a little bit about my own personal restaurant story, right? I started a restaurant in my own hometown a while ago, and I had pretty much no prior restaurant experience, maybe a few months working at a pizza restaurant, right? And I started a restaurant from the ground up. I did not walk into an existing restaurant location. Matter of fact, it was more difficult than even constructing a brand new one from the ground up. What I did is there was two buildings, and I took one of them completely apart, including removing the existing foundation, and then built a new building and attached it to an existing building, right? And it was, so there was a lot involved there, more difficult than if I was just doing it brand new from the ground up. And after, I think one kind of funny experience was my first submission or meeting with the health inspector on my restaurant, my kitchen layout. He said, he retired shortly after that, but in all his years, he said that was the first one I submitted to him was the worst restaurant kitchen layout he's ever seen in his life. He was not shy about voicing his thoughts about my restaurant layout, which I didn't take personally. It didn't bother me because I've never done it before. And so, yeah, that was a big fall flat on my face because I had no idea what I was doing. But the point is, you get out there. The final kitchen layout that I gave him, it was extremely well put together and detailed. At that point, I had spoken with so many professionals. I had worked with a architect. I had worked with a professional kitchen designer. I knew everything I did, but from the very beginning, I'm just going out there trying to get things done, and I think that's the point. You're not going to do great just getting out there at first. You got to be willing to fall on your face a few times. But some other things I want to talk about the restaurant as well is the design, the layout. My restaurant ended up looking kind of, the bar was like a Cheers concept. Why was that? Because I loved the show Cheers. So in my head, when I'm thinking about what I want my restaurant to look like, I'm thinking Cheers. That's the place I want to walk into where everybody knows your name. It seems like an awesome place, big bar in the middle. Everybody's sitting around it. Everybody's able to talk and, have fun, talking to the bartender, talking trash to each other, whatever. And it went well. And that's what I went with. But where did it start? It all started in my head, in my mind. But I pursued it and I went after it, and it became a reality. So one other example I want, as far as talking about the power of your mind, that I want you to think about too is so we've all got a friend that's got a dog that's well trained, and we've got a friend that we probably know that has a dog that's not very well trained. And I want you to think about what it's like when you walk in that friend's house with the dog that's well trained versus the friend with the dog that's not well trained. When you're walking in that house, I want you to sit there and think about it and look around. What is it that you're seeing? What are some differences? When you think about it, are you noticing that? And this is weird, right? Because we're talking about the dog, but do you notice that maybe the friend with the well-trained dog, the house just seems to be maybe larger. It's nicer. It's cleaner. Kathy, how are you doing? Good to see you. So why is that? Why is that the friend with the well-trained dog, all of a sudden the house is clean? What does that mean? What does that say? And my point here is that your thoughts, right? They're not going to stay neutral. You're thinking, you're obsessively thinking either up or down, positively or negatively. Your life is spiraling up or it's spiraling down. It's very rare that it's just going to stay neutral. And so when you work on yourself, the power of your mind, when you're doing these positive things, nothing is compartmentalized. So, something as little as maybe a well-trained dog actually affects whether your clothes are laying on the floor in your bedroom, believe it or not, right? Because the well-trained dog has an owner who is taking care of the dog, meeting all the dog's needs, walking it, it's getting a good workout, it's getting a good diet, it's getting groomed properly. And as I say this, my dogs are going crazy, so I don't know what point I'm bringing up now. Shh. So anyways, that's great timing. But my point is that your brain is like anything else. It's like an instrument, it's like a piano. If you want to leave it alone and not touch it, and then go try to play it, it's going to be out of tune. It's not going to sound right. It's not going to work right? But, like a well-oiled machine, a machine that's taken care of, that's well-oiled, it's going to work great. It's going to do the things that you want it to do. Stop it. So, my point is that you're not just going to wake up and all of a sudden your thoughts are going to be going the way that you want them to go. It's not going to happen naturally. You're not going to just get out of bed and that's just going to work out the way you want it to work out. Stop it. Stop. You have to continually work on what you think about, right? You have to obsess on it. So you need to continually be obsessing on all of the things that can go right in your life all the time. And if this is what you're always obsessing about, all the things that can go right in your life, then that's what's going to happen for you and your life. And that's the point of my life today, is that, again, I hope everybody has a great Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. And, my hope for you is that you obsess on great things for yourself in your life. As always, I always like to talk about my opportunity as well, which has, really helped me to get to this point. There are educators within iMarkets Live that have really challenged me, and these guys are very professional people, and they know how to win at these financial markets. And with iMarkets Live, more than anything, it actually is a educational platform where you can learn how to become a professional trader. You can learn a skill where you can earn your own income right? You learn a skill on how to earn an income whenever you want, and that's a great thing to have, and that's probably something I don't hit on as much. So, if you're interested and you want more information about it, please PM me. But again, I hope everybody has a great weekend and happy Friday. And my wish for all of you is, you know, just continually work on obsessing positively about yourself. That's it. Take care, Scott. Good seeing you. Have a great day. Bye.